Welcome back. If your dog is anything like my Skoshi and loves to chew up his toys in under 20 seconds, you are going to love these DIY ideas. It's so easy, the entire family can take part in it. Now, there isn't a dog on planet Earth that I know of that doesn't love to play tug of war. So this one is for those doggies. I am going to start with an oversized t-shirt. And I'm going to cut off the very bottom hem of the shirt, so right where you see the stitching. Then I'm going to cut about 6 to 7 inches above that slice. And I like using tape just to measure my slices so I can get them nice and straight. If you have a steady hand and a steady eye, you really don't need to use the tape. We're going to need one more slice. I'm so excited to show you how this comes out. Okay, next what you want to do, obviously we're going to pick off or peel off the tape. And then on all the strips, you want to just cut one end so that you create one long strip. And I like cutting along the seam here, just because we want it to be nice and clean. Okay, so we've now created 3 strips. Oh, and look you guys, a cute little crop top. You're going to take the 2 widest strips, place them down on your table in the shape of an X. And then in the center, you're going to place a tennis ball. Whoops! You're going to place a tennis ball. And then wrap the fabric nice and tight around the tennis ball. And this is why you want your strips to be about 6 to 7 inches wide so it covers the entire ball. Just pull it really tight. And then with that skinny hem strip that you just cut, we're going to tie that tightly at the very bottom. Kind of looks like a cute little octopus or something. Now, with each strip, we're going to create 3 more strips. So 3 strips within each strip. Now, with the 3 strips that you just made, we're going to braid it. Here's where you could probably recruit some help of someone to hold that end so that you can make your braid really nice and tight. Now, you're going to repeat this process on all 4 strips, and you'll end up looking like this. How cute is that? And it's even more cute because when you play with your dog, you can wear the crop top. Cute, huh? Next one is called a no-sew heart. Now, you can use this as a pillow or as a toy, kind of depending on how large you make your heart. You want to make sure you pick anti-pilling fleece. Now, that means you want fabric that doesn't pull apart when you pick at it. So take this fleece sock, for example. When you pick at the very top, you'll see all the fibers. Ew, all the fibers come apart. That's not a good thing. You definitely don't want your dog to eat up all the fibers. Now I'm going to take this piece of fleece, half a yard, and I'm going to fold it in 1/3. And then I'm going to create a shape of half a heart. And I love working with fleece because then when you create these shapes, you don't really need a stencil. You can really see the indentation. So once I created that, I'm going to take a water-soluble ink pen, which I love using when I do crafts because the ink will just wash away. And I'm just going to create some tick marks just so I know where the shape of the heart is. So we're cutting away 3 inches away from the edge of the heart. Once we've cut that, we've got 2 pieces of heart. I'm going to trace or create the other side of the heart with my water-soluble ink pen. And then we're going to start cutting slices to the edge of the heart. And once you've sliced them, now you're going to do this all around. And then you're going to tie a knot with the front and the back piece of your heart. And you're going to tie your knot all around the edge of the heart. This is also a great part to recruit some of your family members, your kids to finish it up. Here is the finished product, well, almost finished product. Once you've knotted almost around the entire heart, you want to make sure you leave a little opening because that's where you're going to put the stuffing in it. Now with the extra fabric that you cut apart or that you're not using, slice those into strips and then use that as stuffing. Now for the stuffing, you want to make sure you don't put anything really tiny inside because you don't want your doggy to choke on anything. And guys, you always want to make sure that you are supervising your pet when they are playing with any toys, just as you would with your child. And you can stuff that into your heart. Now this becomes a cute little pillow, or it could be a toy, depending on the size of the heart you make. And then you just close it up. Cute. Now, my final 2 DIY ideas are super simple. All you need is a water bottle and an old pair of socks. And all you have to do is fill your sock with a water bottle. Now this is a perfect idea for when your washing machine decides to magically make one side of your sock disappear. I mean, how often does that happen to you? It happens to me every time I do the laundry. So, but that's okay because then I can make all these toys for Skoshi. So with the extra end of the sock, you just tie it in a knot. How simple was that? Another really fun DIY idea is, take a long sock, tie it in a knot, soak it in some water, freeze it, and on those warm summer days, you get a nice, cool, frozen toy. How fun would that be to give your dog to play outside with? I hope you enjoyed these hacks. When we come back, we are talking about pet fashion. Don't go away.